should we stand up and tell them that it's not, that we all can agree as human beings that we don't have the right to violate the rights of other human beings?
I believe that we have the right to say those things to other people. Do I?
But we're not really right, because we really don't know that we could be
exactly.
right.
Do I know that my belief is the right thing? What if?
Shaky ground you live on, though.
It's not shaky ground that I live on.
It
it's
is.
completely firm that
you
I can.
have to use all these pretty words to cover up what you really think, and you're twisting words so that they have meanings and don't have meaning, right? You're not using proper meaning. You have to change them, because otherwise what you're saying is too ugly for even you to accept.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay, so it's okay to kill small children, and it's okay to rape sometimes.
No, I never said it's okay to rape sometimes.
It's just okay, but it's never okay for you to rape. But it's okay for this guy to be a rapist.
No, I didn't say that. I said that he may believe.
Okay, but
if there's a rapist out there
can we
who
say
believes that
there's
is an okay thing,
right,
that is
people
his
will
choice
believe
to do.
it. True.
I don't believe in that. I think it's completely wrong. And like I said, if I was ever instigated to the point where if I saw somebody raping another person, would I let my feelings that he has the right to believe whatever he wants and has the right to act however he wants infringe upon my ability or wanting to stop that? No, I'd probably go over there and decide to...
But not if he was dismembering a small child. Would you apologize to him and say, I know that's your belief though, sir, but really, because my belief is don't rape.
There's a difference between dismembering a small child
There's
and
a
abortion.
right and a wrong. There is an absolute truth, and there are rights and wrongs. It is wrong to murder other human beings. It is wrong to rape other human beings. We don't have the right to violate and dismember smaller, weaker human beings, even if we make 1,000 excuses for it. Even if we say, well, you might not think it's okay, but it's okay for me, or it's okay for these people. It's the exact same thing as it's okay for me to own slaves, or it's okay for you to rape. It's all the same. There's a good and a bad, there's a right and a wrong, and what you're supporting is what is wrong.
And that's your opinion.
Well, no, it's not an opinion, it's an absolute truth. There are rights and wrongs. Dismembering small people.
Once again, truth are perceptions. So it's your perception, that's your truth. That doesn't have to be every other human being who walks this earth's truth. There's a standard that you've set up through
God has
set. Through your belief of God, that you follow this standard. If somebody doesn't believe in God, which many people don't believe in God.
Many people will be in hell. But why would you want that to be you?
Because I don't believe in such a thing. So I can't go to hell. I can't go to a place that doesn't exist.
But it does exist, and you are going there. On the road that you're on right now, you are going there. And there's people out here who are here to warn you and to tell you that you're doing it wrong, man. You're on the wrong road. Come join us on the right road, because I can't bring you to God, but I can point you to where he's at. Because I wasn't always a Christian. I wasn't always a Christian. I didn't become a Christian until I was an adult, and somebody showed me where truth was, and finally my world made sense, and finally everything made sense, and I'm telling you that it can make sense to you too.
Well, I appreciate your advice, and good luck with this. Like I said, I think you made some good points, but overall I think everyone has an opinion, and I think abortion has a place in clinics. I think it has a place.
Maybe we could make rape rooms. We could all sanitize it up, and then we could call them clinics. Right? And then it would be okay. It'd be totally cool.
If that's something you want to go ahead and do, go for it. I'm saying that my opinion that it's legal, that it's private, it's personal. There's so many different reasons why people seek those services, and I think that,
But there's services. See what you call services, clinics, private. It's killing and dismembering small human beings. You're prettying it up again. You're calling it something that it's not. And you need to really be honest with yourself when you're talking. Like, wait, am I using these pretty, double speak here, talk, to be able to justify this to my own self or to someone else?
I mean, yes, if you want to get technical, abortion is going in and terminating a pregnancy.
Terminating a pregnancy.
Terminating a pregnancy is
what is the pregnancy?
a fetus out of a womb and it is not viable to continue to grow.
That's not true in all the cases, right? Because it's legal here for all 9 months through pregnancy. So there are times when we abort
It's not legal in
viable
California.
children. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is legal in California to abort a child through all 9 months of pregnancy. Where I come from, the city that I live in, we do abortions up to 6 months. So yeah, there are times when you'd have to go a little ways away to find a doctor who would be willing to kill a late-term human being, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. And at 6 months, they're viable and they're still coming into the clinic that I see all the time. So don't tell me that it's not happening, because I see it, right? We're killing human beings and we're justifying it by this reason or this reason. We don't just deliver a child, right? We're not like, oh, well, we don't really want this one, so we're going to cause an early labor so that we can get this child out. No, we actually pay somebody to go in and cut a child up. We take off its arms and its legs and we crush its skull. And then once it's out, we count its little body parts to make sure that they're all in there, because something left in a woman's uterus could cause her to have an infection. And so we're ripping up human beings. That's what's happening in these clinics with these private decisions. Human beings, like that should matter to you as much as it does to me, because I'm a human being and we've been taught about injustices. We've been taught about the Holocaust and we've been taught about slavery. And there were abolitionists during that time and there's abolitionists now. And you would have been one of the people who said, well, I don't own a slave, but it's not my right to tell that guy that he's not allowed to. That's his decision, and you're being a fanatic and a zealot, right? But I'm one of the abolitionists out here telling you they're hurting people. People just like you and I, they're hurting them for selfish reasons. Right? And I just want that to matter to you as much as it does to me, because you're a human being. You're made in the image of God, and these children were made in the image of God, and you're giving reasons for why it's okay to kill them, right? And you would have been the same person who was standing there giving reasons for why slavery was okay some of the time, or, you know. And no one wants to think that. No one wants to say, oh, I would be that guy that stood up and said, hey, they're killing people in this Auschwitz building, right? And instead it would have been people like me who are out there with a picture, and you'd be like, how dare you show that picture? My children are trying to shop. Right? I mean, if we're being honest, your place in history is a bad one. So you can always choose to turn your life around and to get on the right path. But just remember that you don't know how much time you have.
I don't, and that's why I'm going to stand up for my beliefs every chance I get.
Right, and I want you to have beliefs. I don't want you to just make up your own thing as you go.
I have beliefs.
And they're wrong, though.
In your opinion.
Well, no, in God's opinion.
In your opinion.
Right, in God's opinion, right? I mean, we can read the Bible and say that this is what God says. And I can tell you that what you're saying is against what God says.
You could tell me that. And you can believe that, and you can...
Would you argue that the Bible says thou shalt not murder, and that every text, no matter who is transcribing it, believes that says thou shalt not murder?
I completely agree with that.
Right.
Thou shalt not murder. Yes.
Right. So we know that that's true.
Yes.
So, and you're advocating murder, and what I'm
not.
But this
I'm
is
saying
murder.
that in every society there is acceptable killing.
Right. And this
Acceptable killing is not murder.
Do you really think that women are going in 3,500 times a day for the situations that you say?
No, but I
mean, these hard case scenarios that you're bringing up, do you
I know that they happen, and that if we took a right away for these people who absolutely deserve and need these services,
but
that you're taking for the
people
the
never
ones who
need to
be,
kill a child. You don't need to kill children. We can get by just fine on never killing children, right? Nobody is going to die if we say don't kill children.
People will die because
But that's not true.
they won't be able to get services from a legal medical place. They'll do it in the ways that they did it before it was illegal. There will be deaths. There'll be infections. There'll be still losses of life. And what's it going to help? What's that going to help?
What you're suggesting is that we should make it safe and legal
I'm saying
so
that it is safe and
women
legal,
won't die?
and I believe that, yes, that we don't have extra deaths because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You can't stop people from making these decisions.
Right. You can't stop people from murdering or rape or anything like that.
Exactly.
So we would never need laws against it, right?
But there are laws that are made to make things safe and safer.
Safer, not for the person dying, but for the other person, for the person who's actually doing the murdering, the one who's paying the person to murder their child.
And then again, you don't know those situations. You
But
don't
I know that they're murdering a child in there, correct?
they're having an abortion, which is
Killing
different
a
than
child.
Murder,
But it's not-
different than murder. I will agree that it's acceptable killing. It's acceptable killing, just like the Bible says there's acceptable killing.
Don't use the
just like
Bible to
state-
justify child
I'm just
sacrifice.
saying.
It's pretty strongly worded
you
against
can't say the
child
Bible
sacrifice.
is in your corner and
I
quote
can.
the Bible and God's the only author of it, and then discredit when the Bible says things that go against what you're saying.
But the Bible does not condone child sacrifice.
The Bible does condone acceptable killing.
Acceptable killing is never child sacrifice. Do you understand that there's a difference, that when we are
I understand that
sacrificing
you're
our
saying
children?
that there is, but I'm saying that I don't necessarily believe that the reasons in the Bible for acceptable killing in the Bible standards
Did you get one, sir?
are acceptable, but I'm saying that the Bible does.
Right, and I'm telling you that the Bible says that this is evil, and he says, woe to those who call evil good.
But I'm saying also in the Bible, it's written that abortion exists and it is condoned in the Bible.
That's absolutely not true.
I can guarantee you
That is
that there is
absolutely
a
not
section
true.
in the Bible in which it says that a woman who's impregnated by the brother of their husband, the husband has the right to kill that baby.
Is that like the one piece of the Bible you
Well,
study?
there's the
'Cause
one
you
piece
keep
of the
going back
Bible that-
but you don't
that
see
people-
where it says that I hate hands that shed innocent blood, or thou shalt not murder, right? Or the early Romans were going on killing children. They were sacrificing born children. They were practicing infanticide. And the early Christians went around and said, hey, guess what? God doesn't like this stuff. Pretty sure child sacrifice is a no all of the time with God. So you can use one little cherry pick segment that you want in an old
I'm just saying, if your
Israelite law.
stance is that God says this, and God, the true author of the Bible, and that what it says in this Bible is something to go on, except for now Jesus Christ has come along, so forget what the Bible says, because what
That's
Jesus
not
says,
absolutely- that's
because
not-
what Jesus
that's not
Christ
true at
says
all.
trumps what the Bible says. I'm just saying that there's so many different ideas of what's right and what's not, and if we take the words from them, it's
What-
it's
What you're talking
just
about
as
is-
subjective as anything else you're accusing me of.
No.
It is. I've got to go.
Sure.
Have a great day.